Guys, this is Sparring with Pro Box, respect TKO. I'm at the City Boxing Gym in Las Vegas with the PBC Prospect of the Year Super Middleweight, Caleb Plant. How are you, Caleb? You alright?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Likewise, mate. Well, let's start with Happy New Year. How was it? Yeah? How was it? Good?
It was good. Simple for me. Just stay at home, watch it come in.
Yeah.
So, nothing crazy.
Excellent. I know you're currently in training. You just finished your training session now. How was that for you today?
Good. A lot of hard work put in today. And we got strength and conditioning this afternoon. So, just another tough week. Getting ready.
As they say, buddy, work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Just mentioned that you're super middleweight. You're undefeated in 16 pro fights. Now, if we go back to when you started, you're only 25, by the way. Now, 2011, you won the Golden Gloves at light heavyweight. Is that when your first taste of boxing, or have you been boxing from an early age?
Yeah, I started when I was 9. So
okay.
I had my first open tournament at 17 in 2010, and I ranked 3rd in the nation and made Team USA. And then in 2011, I won the state and regionals, and I went to the nationals, and I won the nationals, Golden Glove Nationals. And so I made the Olympic trials, and then I wound up being an Olympic alternate in 2012 at the London Games.
Excellent. Caleb, so it's fair to say boxing is a very humble sport. And a lot of fighters go through adversity to bounce back and become stronger people. So what actually got you into boxing? Was it for the love of sport, or did you?
Well, my father, he fought.
Okay.
So it was pretty easy, and natural for him to kind of open up that door, and me just tag along with him to the gym as he was older, and then he was just kind of training, so that's kind of how it opened for me. And I just wanted to tag along with him and do what he did.
Yeah.
And wherever he went, I went. So if he went to the gym, I went to the gym. Yeah. Started at 9 and just kind of went from there. So.
And then, as you say, it's in a way you probably didn't have choice, but you've got to have passion for the sport as well. You can't just, as you say, yes, you tagged along, but you obviously had the passion, the drive, the motivation. That's why today, you're, as you said, you're PBC Prospect of the Year, 16-0.
Yeah, I mean, where I'm from, it's, poverty is pretty big.
Right.
If you're middle class, you're doing good, But so there wasn't a lot to do. Not a lot of places to go or things to do unless you went into the city downtown.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far away. But and I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with where I was at. Wasn't happy as a kid what was going on. And it seems like where I'm from, everybody is just content with how they're living. You know? They're in a trailer. They don't have much. And sometimes, some people don't have light, some people don't have food, some people don't have heat, some people don't have air conditioning. It's like, it just seemed as a kid like everybody was just okay with that. And I'm like looking around like, hey, this ain't cool. Like, I don't like this. I hate this,
Yeah. Well, fair play to you, because you've decided to change your life.
Yeah.
You're based out of Vegas now, so you've decided to do it. So well done to you.
Yeah. So just kind of, the gym was like my sanctuary.
Yeah.
Where I could, in the real world, I was like the poor kid who didn't have nice clothes or nice shoes or nice things, or didn't have this or that. But when I went to the gym, I was the rich kid. I was the popular kid who everybody liked, and even when I was a kid, everybody looked up to, even grown men. I'm like 13, 14, and grown men are like, oh man, look at this kid.
Yeah.
And then when I left, I had to go back to being that poor kid who didn't have nothing, or not a whole lot, nobody except my dad, and my sisters and stuff. So the gym is the only place I wanted to be. It's the only place I felt safe, and I could be in control of what happens in the gym, but I can't be in control of what happens out there.
And the great thing, Caleb, is in boxing, if everyone deserves respect, whoever gets in the ring, but when you're at a certain stage, which you are, you're obviously fighting on the big platforms as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, you also signed with Haymon, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you've got an opportunity, which is what you're doing now, which is to be a great role model for kids who were the Caleb at 9 looking at you now and saying, I want to be a champion.
Absolutely. It's so like cliche and kind of corny, but it's like, if he can do it, I can do it type of thing,
Yeah.
Like, it's coming from where I've come from and some of the things I've been through. I'm not the only person. I don't have the worst story out there. I know I got a good one. from what people say, but it's not the worst one by any means. So I just want people to know, you know, you can make it out, you can become something, you can be somebody.
You know, guys, I just want to say for the viewers who may see this later on, we've spoken about it off camera, and we don't need to speak about it on camera, but look, what you've gone through, and as I said, it shapes the characters, and I know you're a strong character, so just from me to you, Pro Box, respect to KO, fair play to you, brother, because you're making big things, big waves. No, absolutely. So, your last fight was in September 2017. What's been going on since then?
Just staying focused, you know. Keeping a good base, not letting my weight. Right now I'm 172 pounds, 73 pounds. I fight at 168. So if I need to make weight tomorrow and we need to get it cracking, we can do that.
It's easily done,
And
right?
you know, staying with Coach Larry Wade, Sean Porter, strength and conditioning coach, my strength and conditioning coach, Badu Jack, strength and conditioning coach. You know, keeping a good base up under me, Justin Gamber keeping a good base up under me. I'm a professional, so what else am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
This is my only job, so I ain't out doing a lot of this or a lot of that. I'm just in the only place I'm supposed to be, training, working.
Yeah.
I ain't supposed to be doing nothing else, really.
And as you say, you know, all the top professionals, the really focused professionals, and taking nothing away from anybody, you know, as you said, you're walking about 4 pounds over your fight limit.
Yeah.
So, you know, give or take a few days, you can make that limit.
I can make that by 6 p.m.
Yeah. So let's talk about your style, because I must admit, I haven't looked too much into your style. What is your sort of style? What's Caleb Plant's style in the ring?
I like to think that it's a style of just adjusting. You know, so many people in boxing, they can only do this, they can only do that.
Yeah.
And that's not what we preach. That's not what we teach.
Sure.
It's about pulling out the right tool for the right job and being well-rounded. And you know, you can't pull out a hammer when it's time to use a screwdriver.
Yeah.
No matter how good the hammer is, you got to pull out the screwdriver.
Yeah.
And the screwdriver don't have to be as good as the hammer, but you still got to have it. So just being well-rounded and making adjustments as needed. If they want to stick and move and box, then you got to be able to cut the ring off. And use before head movement, you gotta be able to go to the body and slow them down. You gotta be able to do certain little subtle things and tricks to, you know. The biggest thing is a lot of people can't cut the ring off, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have trouble cutting the ring off, I should say. And so just being able to cut the ring off, and or, you know, if people are coming at you, someone like my next opponent that we talked about, Porky Medina.
Yeah.
You know, being able to stick and move, not sitting one place for too long. If you've seen Floyd fight Carlos Baldomir, when he had on the pink and the black, you know, that he was a bigger, heavy-footed dude, more power. Floyd had to stick and move. He can't sit in one spot for too long.
You can't let them plant their feet.
Exactly.
Bang.
You can't be sitting on the ropes and stuff. So sometimes you gotta pick and roll. Sometimes you gotta stick and move. You know, I know it's a lot of funny words that boxers, you know, boxing, you know, lingo and stuff, but it's real stuff. So you just got to be able to use the right tool for the right job at the right time.
Excellent. And I'm sure this is what you're obviously in training camp now, so this is what you're doing for your next opponent, right? With your training
Right
team.
now we're sticking and moving.
Yeah, absolutely, stick and move. It's all about strategy, and every fight is different. No fight is the same. So when it comes to, you mentioned cutting off the ring. There's obviously a few big names I'm thinking of, but who do you look at and think, wow, he really cuts off the ring and he's brilliant at it? Who right now in the
I
current?
think Golovkin cuts the ring off very well.
Yeah.
I think David Lemieux needs to work on cutting off the ring, because we just seen him against Billy Joe Saunders. You know, that was not a very good job of cutting the ring off. Stavern versus Wilder won.
Yeah.
Stavern did not cut the ring off.
Yeah.
You know, and and there's numerous fights, you know, where you see people either cutting the ring off very well, or like, man, this dude, if he just cut the ring off, he didn't cut the ring off at all. You know, but it's easy to sit on the outside and look in and say what people should do, but you know, at a high level, you would think that these people would be, you know, game planning or at least working on that. And it may not be your forte, but you still got to have that in the bag.
Yeah.
You know, because if anything, we thought Stavern would move and Wilder would come forward.
Yep.
In the first fight, but then Wilder started moving a lot, you know. And as a professional, you ain't got to be the best at cutting off the ring, but you can't not do it at all. You still got to have that in your bag just in case. So.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, as you say, it's easier from the outside in,
Absolutely.
but you you think to yourself, but this is what you've been in training camp for 8, 10, 12 weeks, right? You should have been practicing this because you know
I mean, this
who
is
you're
what
fighting.
a lot of us have been doing since we were kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For a lot of us, this is all we know.
Yeah.
Some more so than others, and some mean it more than others. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're professionals. But like I said, it's a lot easier, you know, for me to watch the TV screen and say, oh, you should have done this and should have done that. You know, there's fights where I should have done this better, or should have done that. No one fights a perfect fight.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, if you ain't doing it at all, it's like, come on, man.
So let's very quickly, I want to get your forecast because it looks like Golovkin versus Canelo 2 will happen again here in Vegas in May. We're thinking, that's what I'm hearing. What do you think Golovkin? For me, I gave Golovkin the first fight as well. What do you think he needs to do, bar a knockout? What do you think he needs to do for the second fight to actually win it cleanly, or clearly, I should say?
I mean, I guess just he fought a great first fight, so maybe just do more.
Yeah.
You know, the same stuff he was doing, but just more of it. But still be smart, you know, because Canelo is a real slick fighter, and he'll run you into big counter shots. Not just any counter shots, but Canelo runs people into big counter shots.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to cut the ring off as you did, press as you did, but just do it in a smart way with great, you know, good defense, good positioning, good head positioning, good foot positioning, and just do more. And as for Canelo, I think it's just be a little more consistent.
Yeah.
You know, if he wants to win, do exactly what he did, but just more of it. Be more consistent with your offense, more consistent with trying to stay in the center of the ring, more consistent with, you know, your counter punches and you know, your jab and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, it's easy for us to sit right here.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
And you've done it. No, I appreciate it. I mean, I've asked you, so appreciate the honest opinion. Now, for the next 12 months, what do you see for Caleb Plant?
I'm going to be a world champion.
Okay, excellent.
I'm going to be a world champion.
Wish you all the best in that. So, do you see, without name calling, obviously, do you see people on that route? Because I know you're ranked, is it number 6 now by the IBF?
Yeah.
So you're very close. So you could be.
Am I allowed to name call?
Sorry?
Am I allowed to name call?
It's your interview, bro.
Okay.
You say whoever you want.
Making sure. Well, you know, of course, Caleb Traux just beat, you know, went over to England and won the IBF belt. So congrats to him because, you know, that's what boxing is about. Someone, you know, when you're the underdog and you go to somebody's home turf, you know, with zero chance to win, and you pull an upset, you know, and it brings you to your knees and tears. That's what boxing is about.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you know, when I'm 12-0. And Caleb Traux is, you know, tweeting all this stuff and saying all this stuff on social media, you know, and he has almost 30 fights, and he's looking down on somebody with 12 fights. You know, I feel like there ain't no sense in that. Talking bad about someone, you know, who am I at 12-0? I knew who I was. I knew who I was going to be.
Yeah.
I knew I'd be here. Yeah. But to the rest of the world, why would somebody like that do that to someone 12-0? That's not a good look. That's not the mindset of a champion.
Do you think that's because there's 2 Calebs? So do you think that's because Caleb Traux saw you as
maybe a threat,
as a
rising threat, maybe
rising threat, or because you're with the big platform, or is it because there's not that many top super middleweights in the US?
I mean, you got Chris Eubanks Jr., you got George Groves, you got Jose Uzagati, you got.
But they're over there, right? So I meant, sorry, bro. I meant like within the US, maybe.
I mean, you got Badu Jack, you got the, you know.
So at the time,
Degale,
yeah, because so Badu Jack at the time was still super middleweight. He's now light heavyweight, right? So.
And a couple of others.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe that's what it was. He seen me as a rising threat. He's smart.
So it looks like you're keen on that fight.
But now the thing is that I'm on his doorstep, knocking on his door. Because after February 17th, I'm going to be ranked number 2 in the world in the IBF.
Yeah.
So now it's not no fantasy matchup. Now it's not no do with 30 fights, looking down on somebody with 12 fights. I'm on your doorstep, knocking, asking you to come out and play.
Yeah. Asking
you if you remember you talking all that shit on social media. So it ain't, you know, we just can't talk about it now. Now we got to see about it.
This is real, right?
You know, so a lot of people want to talk about it, and it's easy to talk when you think, well, he's only 12-0.
Yeah.
But now I'm right here. So.
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting in 2018. You know, for the super middleweight division as well. Now I know when I interviewed Caleb Traux in London, because I was live at the fight with James Degale when he won the title. Now he said he would give James Degale a rematch. It seemed like your promoter, your manager, Al Haymon, has confirmed there is a rematch clause. So it looks like that could even happen in March, as early as March, that fight. So for you, I presume, you don't care who you fight, right?
No.
Out of those guys.
I don't care who I fight.
Do you, again, because I'm asking you, you know, what you think, who do you think would win the rematch?
Between
Caleb Traux and James Degale.
I could really care less. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
Yeah.
nothing about neither one of them.
Yeah.
So
Do you think it depends on what James Degale's got left, or if Caleb's fights?
I don't like him. I don't like Caleb Truax. I don't like him.
Okay. Well,
So
listen,
they can fight.
yeah,
They can fight it out. They can beat the hell out of each other for all I care, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them do their thing, and whoever's in front of me is who's in front of me. I don't care about names. I don't care about, you know, none of that. If you're in front of me, then it's personal.
yeah,
And that not everyone will agree with that, but I'm not for everybody.
sure.
But understand something. Hey, hold up, brother. Hey, we're doing an interview right here, so if you could not run right here, appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Nah, that's
You want
fine.
to ask me again? We'll edit that or something.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Listen, so obviously, you know, let's look forward to your obviously fight 6 weeks from now. You're going to be ranked number 2 in the world, so you're definitely going to be in their faces, knocking on the door. So let's another event which is had a lot of PR back home and around the world has been the World Boxing Super Series.
Yeah.
As you know, some good fights coming up there as well. So in February we've been confirmed with Chris Eubank and George Groves. Sorry, somebody just ran in the back. So that's a fight for February, and we also have Callum Smith versus Jürgen Bremer. How do you see? Do you again some great fights there?
Yeah.
So by 2018, you could be right in the mix of those, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to be in the mix of those.
Yep.
Because this year I'm going to win the IBF World Championship. I'm going to be an IBF World Champ. So out of the 2 guys you name, either one of them can win. I could care less. You know, I ain't fond of neither one of them. And after I have an IBF strap, then whoever else has a world title, David Benavidez, I think
He's WBC champion, right?
You know, I think the George Groves and who? Eubanks Jr.
Chris Eubank Jr. and then you've got
you
Callum
know,
Smith versus Jürgen Bremer. That's
I
not
think
big.
Callum's going to win that fight.
Yeah, he's a strong.
And then,
He's a big super middleweight as well.
you
He's
know,
tall.
I have a feeling that Chris Eubanks Jr. might get outboxed
Yeah.
by George Groves. That's why George Groves probably like 24 rounds back when Carl Frampton fought Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
They had the same trainer, that young guy.
Shane McGuigan.
Yeah, Shane McGuigan, yeah. And he brought, George Groves was over here with him training while they was over here in camp and stuff. And me and George Groves got to do quite a bit of sparring.
He's a good guy. He's got very long arms as well, right? He's very
Decently
rangy.
long. Yeah, he's
very
decently
rangy.
rangy.
Because he sits down a bit and then I mean, I saw him, that was my first time I've seen him live versus Jamie Cox. And to be honest, even though he beat Chudanov, who's a great champion the fight before, I didn't know what to expect in that fight. But to now Jamie Cox with that body shot, 4th round, you know, he done
And the thing with George Groves is he's a good counter puncher.
Definitely.
But he's a dirty counter puncher.
Yeah.
So he'll take a shot to give a shot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's. So if he'll take a shot, but you got good defense on the way out,
Yeah.
he's just taking a shot and not giving a shot back. And I had a lot of success with George Groves sparring, and it really helped my confidence because, you know, as fighters, we can sit back and believe in ourselves and tell ourselves this and tell ourselves that and believe what all these other people are telling us and stuff. But when you physically get in there and you show yourself in real life, man, this dude, you know, and he goes on and he wins the WBO world title shortly after that. It's like, man,
Yeah,
what about all
because
this-
then you know how
I match up or
match
the
up.
level. You know?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
styles make fights, but how the level that I'm on.
Yeah, and not just for you as well, but and obviously George, because George will go home and say, "Jeez, that Caleb Brown man."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you know, so, but yeah, good dude. Shane McGuigan's a good dude.
Very
What's
nice
his
guys.
father's name? Barry.
Barry McGuigan, yeah.
Excellent guy.
Yeah.
Carl Frampton, excellent guy.
And you know the guys who are promoting that, they're really sound guys as well. The Soundlands, Nisa and Kelly, they're doing wonderful things and investing so much money in boxing. I think.
I think Carl Frampton's left Shane McGuigan though.
He is. He has. Yeah, he's now
And,
signed with
to each his
MTK
own,
Global.
everybody has to do what's best for their career. But
Absolutely.
yeah, the McGuigan's great people. So
Yeah. So, if I know by the end of this year you want to be world champion. If I put you on the spot right now and said, who do you think is the number one super middleweight that you think that you would like to fight, and just that you want to aim for, and who would you say that is? Out of the world title holders, who would you say is the number one super middleweight?
who do I want to fight the most, or who do I think
No,
is the best one?
who do you rank as the
Top.
best top dog?
Who we got? We got Gilberto Ramirez, we got George Groves, we got David
Benavidez.
Benavidez, and we got Kelly Traux.
Yeah.
Probably Gilberto Ramirez.
Okay.
Yeah. Tall, long, lanky, southpaw. But I want to fight David Benavidez.
Okay.
Or Kelly Traux.
Yeah.
That's a fight, especially over here in the U.S. People are building me and David Benavidez up as a super fight. He's, a really young dude.
Yeah, he's 20, right?
Yeah, probably like 20 or so.
Yeah.
I'm one of the youngest, being 25.
25, yeah.
Maybe besides him, I might be the youngest at that level. It's a clash of styles. It's a clash of a lot of different things. And after he won the world title here in Las Vegas the night I fought, I was standing at the bottom of the steps waiting on him and just said, hey, I'm ready, man. We need to make this happen. This is what people want. This is what people are asking for. So, and Samson, his promoter, was right there.
Right.
And Samson, he grabbed me and said, right now you're 16-0. You need to be 17-0 and then 18-0, and then you can fight us. I said, and then I'll be 19-0.
Right.
And but David, hats off to him, young dude.
But he's got a similar record to you, right?
A couple more fights than me.
Couple
Probably
more
like
fights, yeah.
19-0 or so.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, David Benavidez, and then Caleb Truax for more, since he's talking that mess.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to just talk, I like to see about it. I don't like to just talk about it.
Yeah.
I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
Well, definitely it's going to be interesting times. I wish you all the best, bro. And as you said, just mentioning some of the names here stateside and over in London, the super middleweight division is
Probably
creme.
the hottest that it's ever been.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably just outside of the welterweight division, probably one of the hottest divisions out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the hottest it's ever been, and one of the hottest in all of the weight divisions. And just to clarify, with any super middleweight out there, I respect all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a certain degree, I have respect for them as people. So when you hear me saying I want to fight, it's not to be disrespectful, because you saying you think you can beat me, but I don't think you can. So instead of taking your word for it, or taking your word for it, or Dan Raphael's word for it, or any of the blogs or writers,
Yeah.
I don't care about what they're saying. I don't want to fight. You're gonna have to show me yourself. I'm gonna have to find out myself. You know what I'm saying? You think you can beat me from that wall and back? Then we're gonna have to get up and we're gonna have to race. Because I don't believe you can. I don't think you can beat me. We're gonna have to race to the wall and back. If you think you can jump higher than me, then we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
If you think you can beat me, then we're gonna have to run to the mailbox and back. I'm not taking your word for it. You're gonna have to show me firsthand. So it's not about disrespect. It's not about confidence or cocky, or I'm going to say cocky. It's not about being cocky. I just don't think that you can. And until you show me, it's not that you can't, but you're going to have to show me you can.
So in the ring, right? You get in the ring, and
that
that's
can be my competitiveness,
Yeah.
whatever. People can call it whatever they want to call it. But if you're going to beat me, I want you to show me firsthand. Because I believe that I'm great. I believe in my heart, to my core. On my daughter's last breath, I believe I'm great. I believe that with every ounce of myself, that I'm great. January 29th, 2015, 10:55 a.m., last breath, I believe I'm great. You understand?
I understand.
But I don't want you to take my word for it.
Yeah.
Why should you? In today's day and age, how many people do this but they can't back it up?
Definitely.
So why should you take my word for it?
Yeah.
Why should any of you take my word for it? I don't want y'all to take my word for it. Because how many people just talk shit and don't back it up?
Yeah.
Let me prove to y'all. Don't take my word for it. I want to prove to the world. I want to prove to the world that I'm great. So don't take my word for it. If you think I'm good now, great. I appreciate that. If you think I suck now, You have every right in the world to believe that. Just let me show you firsthand. And I won't be able to do that until I can get some of these bigger names. I've been trying to get names. I've been trying to get step-up fights like Dominic Wade, Julius Jackson, Jorge Medina, the past 2 fights. I mean, the list goes on and on of good step-up fights that'll get me going where I need to go, and I just haven't been able to get them.
Yeah.
And I'm trying as hard as I can because I can't prove to the world, not that I need to prove to anybody else, but I can't prove to the game of boxing, the sport of boxing, that I'm a legend until I get in there and beat these top-name dudes. So until I do, don't think that I'm great. Don't think I'm the man. Just let me show you firsthand. But it takes 2 people to make a fight. I can't do it on my own.
Caleb, look, as they say, and much respect to you about talking about your daughter, and you know where we are on that, and I've got a lot of respect for you. As they say, look, you are where you are, but it's not how far you've got to go. It's how far you've come, and you've come in leaps and bounds. You're undefeated. You're on the biggest platform there is, PBC, probably globally, and you're with the biggest promoters. So keep going. Is there any last-minute shout-outs to anybody you want to say?
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me, who follows me, fans, and even people who may not like me. Maybe in time I'll be able to put on performances against top names that will, win you over. And if not, that's okay, because like I said, I'm not for everybody. Yeah. And I don't do what I do for everybody who doesn't like it. I do what I do for people who do like it. But I have an app, Sweet Hands app. Sweet Hands, one word. It's a free app, just a more in tune way to stay in touch with me, and a deeper way to stay in touch with me other than just regular social media. Instant notifications. We're gonna have merchandise soon, highlight videos, things about Aaliyah, things about me, my career, photo galleries, just all types of stuff. And then also people can just follow me at Caleb Plant on Instagram and Sweet Hands Boxing on Twitter. And I just appreciate all you guys. Happy New Year.
Caleb, thank you for your time today, brother, and much respect for the journey so far and for the journey ahead as well. And we'll catch up soon. Take it.